you don't deal with it, I said it earlier, it's going to keep coming back. There's no way around it. Yeah, it's hard. It's difficult. God showed me things about myself that weren't pretty. Weren't pretty at all. Think about a house. Think about a house. When you are redoing a home, don't you have to pull all the walls out? You have to take out all of that old wiring. You have to take out all of that old plumbing. You gotta deal with the stuff that's hidden behind the wall. That hidden stuff. You gotta deal with the hidden stuff. Yeah. So once I dealt with it, one by one, he showed me how I could be healed of that. He gave me a strategy. He gave me a strategy. The first thing was more of what I was already doing. More worship. More prayer. More the word. To the point that I got to the point that I craved it. I craved his presence. Like I craved my favorite ice cream. I craved his presence. See, I have to put some levity in here because there's some real serious, deep stuff. But I craved it. He wants us to crave him. Crave him. Think about anybody that goes to war. You have to know what it is your enemy wants. Your enemy wants your destiny. He wants you to be so consumed in what you're feeling and what you're going through. He wants you to be so consumed with that you can't get past that. And then the lives that you were born to touch, you won't be able to touch because you're dealing with what you're dealing with. He wants a soldier. He wants us all to be soldiers. The word says, if you can't suffer with me, I did a lot of suffering, but now I'm doing a lot of reigning. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Because I did a lot of suffering at the hands of those who loved me. I don't have a doubt. They did love me. They loved me the best they knew how, with everything that was in them. You know, so that's why, as the Lord healed me, he healed me from the bitterness. Because I was bitter. I was bitter. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. I was bitter. I was like, how could you? How could you stay with him? I remember coming home from school one day, and she was washing dishes, and she was crying. And I know what that meant. I'm like, oh, here we go again. They don't have an argument, and she's in the kitchen trying to cook dinner, but she's crying while she's washing dishes. And I was in the 7th grade, because I remember I just got to middle school. And I walked up to her, and I was crying, and I said, Ma, please leave him. I said, I'll drop out of school. I'll go to work. I'll get a job. We deserve better than this. We deserve better than this, Ma. She was pregnant with my brother, Lamont. She turned around with all that belly, and she said, crying, she said, baby, I can't. Where am I going to go? Who's going to take care of being all these kids? There were 5 of us. So she stayed. So through all of that, God loved on me in a way that's still indescribable. I had never felt so wanted, so needed, so desired, so desired. I left one painting. I just brought a few of them. I felt like a little girl sitting on my dad's knee. That's what I felt like. He loved on me that well. There's a secular song, and I don't even know all of the words, but I'm just going to do this little boy. You know how to love me. You know, you know. Every time I hear that song, I think about me and the Lord. Because he knew how to love me. Me. He knew how to love me. And with his love, he started tearing away at all of those layers of stuff. The layers of stuff. The hurt, the betrayal, the traumas. Oh, I left another physical. We use the word physical trauma because of the kids. Of 2 teenage sisters when I was 9. 2 teenage sisters when I was 9. So I had a lot of stuff. But he had a lot of love. He had a lot of love. He had a lot of love. All right. This is a few minutes